Hi friends, I'm Alice and welcome to your daily mobility boost. Now this short full body flow is designed to improve your flexibility, to wake up your joints and just help you move through the rest of your day with a little bit more ease. It's a great practice to come back to time and time again to support your mobility and your longevity. So when you're ready, we're going to start in a comfortable seat at the back of the mat. You can sit cross-legged or you can come onto the shins. So find your way there. I'm going to sit on the shins, I find that quite comfy. Sit nice and tall, relax into the shoulders, close the eyes, take a breath in and a sigh out. And another one. And then bring your chin to the chest and just start to roll the head about. Just really loosey-goosey circles to get out any cracks and pops. Anything you need just to iron out those little kinks. Might be a little bit crunchy. Fast or as slow as you'd like to. One more breath. And then come back through center, and we're going to take these a little bit more controlled. We're going to do our neck calves, controlled articular rotations. So hands comfortable in the lap or on the legs. Take a breath in. I want everything to be rigid except your neck, which is going to be moving. So you're just isolating the cervical spine. And I want you to take your chin to your chest, as low as it can go without moving anything else but the neck. And then start to glide your chin across your right collarbone, so you're looking over your right shoulder. Then from here, I want you to imagine you're pouring water out of your right ear over your right shoulder blade and start to guide the chin up to the ceiling. Big circle all the way up and back. Pour water out of your left ear. Look over your left shoulder and then roll the chin through the center. Good, take that the other way. Chin across the left collarbone over to the left shoulder. Pour water out of your left ear. Pour water out of your right ear, look over the right shoulder and then roll it through the middle. We're going to do one more each side. Try to think about each circle as trying to get a little bit smoother and a little bit bigger each time, adding a bit of force into the joint. So chin to chest, over to the right, chin over right shoulder. Pour water out of the right ear. Take it up and back. Water out of left ear, look over left shoulder, chin through the center. Take one more of those. Same pattern. And release. You can do as many of those as you want to. We're just going to do 2 today though. Come onto hands and knees. Finding your hands and knees, and you can just roll around the wrists just for a few moments. Circle into the wrists. Go the other way. Keeping the spine nice and strong. Get out all those cracks and pops. I am clicky today. Good, and then finding cat-cow, and I want you to take an inhale, drop the belly down, pull the chest forward, look between the eyebrows, and just take a pause here. So you're pausing in this is nice and controlled, and it's less of a crunch. I want you to see, can you get a little bit longer through your spine? Good, think about space between the vertebrae, and maybe you start to feel the heels of the hands and the tops of the knees almost trying to drag towards each other. Take a breath. One more. And then as you exhale, push the floor away, round the spine, biggest round you can take. Spread the shoulder blades, look to the belly button, and then the same sensation but reverse. I want you to keep lengthening into the shape and try to rip the mat apart, heels of the hands and the knees. Take one more breath. And then drop the belly down, come back into that shape and pause. Open the chest, drag the hands back towards the knees and vice versa. Keep the length, take a breath, stronger shoulders. Exhale, round the spine, push the floor away, and then try to send the heels of the hands and the knees away from each other. And then drop the belly down. This time take the rib cage over to the right side of the room. Take the rib cage up to the ceiling. Take the ribs over to the left. And back down to the floor. 2 more in this direction, over to the right. And I want you to think, there is obviously a little bit of movement going on in the rest of the body, and that is okay. But less taking it really light and loose, and I want you to make the circles as big as you can possibly take them, getting into all of those corners. Last one. Just yawning the body open. In these barrel rolls. And then going the other way, keeping the belly towards the floor, and then pop the ribs out to the left. Slide the ribs up to the ceiling. Spread the shoulder blades over to the right. Down to the floor. 2 more in this direction. Over to the left. Up to the ceiling, spread. Over to the right. I'm so clicky. Down to the floor. My body is telling me that I need this morning. Over to the left. Up to the ceiling. Over to the right. Oh. And down to the floor. Whew. Firm up through the body. Take a little moment, just come onto the backs of one hand or both hands, fingertips facing towards you. You can flip the hands towards you as well, come onto the palms, stretch out the carpal tunnel. That's it. And then coming back onto the hands, palms, fingertips facing forward, palms flat. We're going to isolate the hips. We're going to do a few hip circles. So I want you to firm and isolate through your body, through your arms, through your left knee, through your core, through your shoulders, and float your right leg. I think about pressing the sole of the foot up the ceiling, and I want you to think about that knee staying in line with your hip, nice and parallel. And I want you to imagine you're balancing a cup of coffee on your lower back. Take a breath in. As you exhale, we're going to slide that right knee past the left, and I want you to start to slide the right knee all the way towards the front, in between the thumbs. Taking the knee over towards the right wrist. Taking the knee out to the side, but don't hoik up that right hip. We're just stirring the thigh bone round in the hip socket. Go as high as you can. It won't go as high as you think. And then start to slide the right knee back behind you. Press the sole of the foot to the ceiling. Internally rotate. 2 more in this direction. Breathe. So we're just warming up all the edges of the joint. Try to keep the lower back flat. If you don't trust your lower back to stay flat, you can always put something on there. Sometimes I like to put a yoga block on my client's lower back. Go the other way when you're ready. Press the sole of the foot to the ceiling. Try not to hoik the hip up. Just take the knee as wide and as high as you can. It won't go as far as you think. Knee over towards the right wrist. Center. 2 more. I know. They're gross. They burn. Over to the right. Isolating just that right leg. Last one. Notice if your weight's shifting to the left. Can you keep it in the right arm? Last one. Press the sole of the foot to the ceiling. Tuck your right knee behind your left knee. Open the shins slightly to the edges of the mat, turning them out, and then taking some little rocks. So just shifting your hips forward and back. Reorganize your hands how you need. And breathe. That's a real cooker. Those hip cars get me every time. Rocking forward and back. You can even take a moment to pause and sit back. Holding here and rocking forward and back for another 3, 2, 1. Good. Come all the way forward onto the left knee. Take the hands back to where they came from at the top of the mat. And I want you to pick up your right knee once more, square the left shin, and then take a big circle. So that right hip can now hoik up. Take the biggest circle you can possibly take out to the side. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Right knee to right tricep. Step the right foot forward to the outside of the right hand. Come into lizard lunge. Come onto the fists or the palms, whatever you want to. Pick up the back knee and high lizard lunge. And I want you to take some rocks forward and back, strengthening up that back leg, and then maybe some rocks and circles around, shifting your weight between the hands and the feet. Can you get even longer and stronger through that back leg? And then think about your hips just hammocking down to the floor. Good. Go both ways for 3, 2, 1. Starting to take the weight into the left hand. We're going to drop the back knee just for a moment. Take a big swim and reach of your right arm all the way forward, up to the ceiling, and then start to reach it back behind you. But instead of going straight towards the back of the mat, I almost want you to reach slightly off to the back left corner of the mat. That's it. And then inhale, pick the arm up, big swim up and over. Pick up the back knee, reach the right arm forward, and then take a little tricep dip. Bend the elbow, see if you can dip your chest towards the floor. Then keeping the back knee lifted, reach the arm up and back behind you. Reach, 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 reach for the back left corner. Inhale, reach the arm up. Reach it forward, take that little dip of the chest. Last one, inhale, reach, circle, reach, forward. Bring your right hand down underneath the shoulder, step up and back, downward facing dog. Whew. And breathe. Have a little pedal. This is your time before we take the other side. And then when you're ready, rise into the toes, take an inhale. As you exhale, drop back into all fours. And settle. Yeah, we're going to take the other side, coming into those hip cars. So making sure you've got a strong foundation of your hands and your right knee. We're going to float the left leg and push the sole of the foot to the ceiling. Internally rotate that left thigh bone. Feel the energy in the hamstrings. Take a breath. As you exhale, slide the left knee past the right to the center of the hands. Over to the left wrist. Out to the side, don't hoik up that left hip. That lower back is staying nice and flat. You can even bring your hand there if you want to. It's a little bit harder to balance. Press the sole of the foot to the ceiling. Twice more. Knee in. Out. All the way, stirring it around and up. I'm shaking, by the way, just as a heads up. Last one in this direction. You have to really fight to get into all those places of resistance. And then when you're ready, go the other way. Press it up to the ceiling. Open the hip. Take it up and over to the left. To the wrist. Good, 2 more. Breathe. Remember, that hip won't lift up as high as you think. We rely so much on the movement of our pelvis, but we're not moving into the pelvis right now. We're doing hip socket. That's it. And then send the sole of the foot to the ceiling. This time tuck the left knee behind the right knee. Coming into Gomukhasana rocks. Think about opening the shins nice and wide so there's a gap for your bum to move into. And start to just rock forward and back. And you can take moments to pause if you want to, all the way back. You might even find that your bum's just hanging and you want to be here. It feels good after those cars. Rocking for another 3, 2, 1. Taking the hands back to where they came from at the top of the mat, floating the left leg, and then take the biggest rainbow circle of the knee that you can. Get the hips and the pelvis involved. Knee out to the side, stepping the left foot outside of the left hand with control to the top of the mat. Come into your high lizard lunge, hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Take a little rock forward and back, and start to circle. One direction to start. Strong through that right quad. And going the other way. Finding your inhale. Dropping the back knee on your exhale. Take an inhale, sweep the left fingertips forward. Swim the arm all the way back, open the chest and the shoulders to the side of the room, and then reach that left arm as far back as you can towards the back right corner of your mat. Slide the shoulder blade down the spine. Inhale, reach the arm up, follow the fingertips with the gaze. Pick up the back knee, and then reach the left arm forward as you dip the chest towards the floor. How low can you get? Inhale, reach the left arm up. Keep the back knee lifted this time. Reach the left arm back behind you. Inhale, reach the arm up. Biggest circle you can take, the bigger the circle, the more you get into that left shoulder joint. And dip. Last one. Nice and slow. Ease into it. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dip. Hands to the floor, step up and back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Start to walk your hands back to your feet. Hang heavy over the legs. Maybe a gentle sway from side to side if you'd like. And then gently roll your way all the way up to standing. Take a big breath in, reach the arms to the ceiling. Exhale, bring the hands through the heart center. Well done for showing up today. I promise you your body is going to thank you for it. This is a great practice, as I say, to keep coming back to improve your flexibility, your mobility, and your joint health. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. Let me know how you got on in the comments below. And if you're enjoying my practices, then please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button to be notified of every weekly upload. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day and rest of your week. And I hope to see you very, very soon. Lots of love.